welcome to Art Storms. Hopefully by now you're managing to do a range of drawings. Some of the things that were suggested was doing a tonal pencil from some of your objects that you'd studied, or doing a coloured study. I did this one in watercolour, but you could do it in pencil. Other suggestions is coloured pencils with some of the objects, maybe on black. And then this one that I've done is acrylic. I've also chosen to take the object and do a zoom in, which is where you manage to achieve a lot more detail when I was doing the colour study. Okay, if you don't have colour at home, just do it as a pencil drawing ready to apply colour, be it pencil or oil pastel. Okay, the next stage for developing your folio is to do different media compositions. So you can see here what I've done is I've drawn round, or sometimes inside of just like a sellotape or something like that, and then I've drawn small details. So I've done one of the handle of the cake fork, one of the tonal pencil of the shoe detail, the buckle, because there's quite a lot of interesting shapes going on there. I did a coloured pencil rather than a watercolour study of the Frida Kahlo cup, and I've just done a fine line drawing of the top of the fork, looking at the dark and light shades. I've also taken the handle there with the glass with all the reflective surfaces, and I've done a zoom in version and a watercolour version. So for this watercolour version, you can just you can see what I've done. I've just really taken all of the deep reds and the orangey reds and looking at all the sections. So I'm just doing this kind of thing. So there's a deeper section again where I'm going with a darker red. I'm leaving a wee bit of the white there to reflect that. And then next to that, I would say it's going a wee bit more orangey again. So I would just change the colour and take some more of, I might take a bit of that dark red into the orange. Maybe give it a wee minute to dry there so the paint doesn't bleed. Although it's maybe not so important when you're doing something that's red on red. It's maybe more something to consider if you've got darker colours. Okay, so that's me kind of looking at building that up with all the reds and orangey reds and seeing all those different bits there. When you see something like a dark red and it's going darker, you'd maybe take the red and put a bit of blue into it, the primary blue into it, makes it go kind of purpley. And you can see here that I just have a bit of paper to test it. So that's giving me the colours. Remember what we do in class? We might take that colour and put it up. Could go a wee bit darker, so I'm going to put a wee bit more of the blue into it. Even a wee bit more of the blue. Better to do it in stages. Yeah, that's getting really like a lot of these lovely colours in there. So I know that half circle I'm seeing is much darker here. So that's that darky red colour in that section. Okay. Now, so watercolour, coloured pencil, tonal pencil, fine liner pen. This was oil pastels. You might not have oil pastels at home, but the way I do that is almost like I'm doing with my dark and lights there. I was getting my dark colours and I was basically putting on this dark blue first of all, like so. And then see if you take the red on top of it. So it's just like when you mix your primary colours. If you mix red and blue, it gives you purple, because it's more like purpley reds, like so. And when you come to blocking in the reds, what you can do, you can see your oil pastel there, maybe has some colour on it. I just take a bit of paper to squiggle it till it comes on red, and then you could get back to your bright colours. I would say what we're looking for in your fourth year is for you to develop things, at least 4. So I've done 5 there today, but I'd maybe want to take something else. Here's how I did that. I just got a wee viewfinder there, and I could choose maybe perhaps some of this, and I might just take a little bit. So I would come and have a look at some of the shapes, and I might blow that in. Originally I'd done it as a coloured pencil, so I might want to try that as a watercolour study today. So sometimes with our development work in 4th year, it doesn't need to be the whole thing. It's just showing your skill in handling a range of media. So that's it for today, but hope you have a fabulous day, and really looking forward to seeing you back in school with the drawings you've managed to do. Okay, thank you. Bye for now.